Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Pinpoint Pictures. I'm your host, P, and it's the holiday season. And I know after that hustle and bustle, you ready to go home and wrap some of them gifts. You probably need something to just play in the background or pay attention to. And I got you with a little list of 6 flicks for Christmas that I've been watching myself. Maybe you know about them, maybe you don't. But now it's time for me to recommend that you check them out through the holiday season. First off, we're going to start with the OG, The Christmas Story. A 1983 Christmas comedy directed by Bob Clark, starring Peter Billingsley as Ralphie, a young boy in the 1940s attempting to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that a Red Ryder 200-shot rifle BB gun is really the perfect gift for him. It's usually airing on TNT or TBS all Christmas Day long. And adult Ralphie narrates the events of the story, reliving his childhood, giving a glimpse of the family life. He always hears that certain phrase, "You'll shoot your eye out." That's the one thing that keeps bothering him. This is a great film. It gives you that perfect example of a childhood, where the kid really wants something for Christmas that he might not be able to get, but everything he'll do to get it, and just how they daydreaming back, that when you were a kid and so excited for Christmas, you wanted that one gift and you couldn't wait till Christmas morning to actually get that gift. You can find this movie streaming on TNT, TBS, or HBO Max. Next, we got to talk about Home Alone, a 1990 comedy written and directed by John Hughes, starring Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister, a young boy who defends his suburban Chicago home from a home invasion by a pair of robbers known as the Wet Bandits, after his family accidentally leaves him behind on their Christmas vacay to Paris. Now, this is a fun, unrealistic watch. Everybody knows this movie. If you were a kid that grew up in the 80s, early 90s, you definitely know about Home Alone. This is that movie that really catapulted Macaulay Culkin into stardom, made him a mega star. This was like one of the most popular movies of its time, and it still holds up today. I mean, I played in a house now that my kids are 4 years old, and this is one of their favorites off the top, man. So when they see something like this, they ended up jolly rigging a slide down the stairs after they seen what he did in the movie. One day I just seen my daughter shooting down the stairs, man, and that's the influence it had on them. So, I mean, you know how this movie is. It's one of the OGs also. Definitely a can't miss around the holiday season. You can find this one on Disney+. Home Alone. Up next, Office Christmas Party. A 2016 Christmas comedy starring Jennifer Aniston, T.J. Miller, and Jason Bateman, and a plethora of other stars. This movie follows an uptight CEO's sister who threatens to shut down her brother's branch, but he plans to throw an epic Christmas party in order to land a deal with a big client and save everyone's job, but the party goes way out of hand. This one right here is absolutely hilarious. I mean, this is one of my favorites, so it's every Christmas since this came out, I gotta turn it on. This is one of the ones that I'm definitely gonna watch. I always like stuff that Jason Bateman is in, man. He's just got this comic way about him, like his humor. And I mean, he does well in this one. I would say that the HR lady is what really sticks out in this movie at a lot of times. Definitely perfect for when the kids are asleep and you're sitting back wrapping the gifts, something for you to play on. I mean, like, I definitely wouldn't have this on for anybody that's too young. So like I said, after the kids are asleep, you wrapping the gifts, this is perfect for you to have on with a little drink or whatever your thing is. This one will have you dying in laughter. And you can find this one on Hulu, TNT, and TBS. My next flick I want to tell you about is Candy Cane Lane, a 2023 Christmas fantasy comedy movie starring Eddie Murphy and Tracy Ellis Ross. A man is determined to win the neighborhood's annual Christmas decorating contest, so he makes a pact with a wicked elf to help him win. And all the while, the elf casts a spell that brings the 12 days of Christmas to life. Definitely full of laughs right here. I mean, you know how Eddie Murphy gets down. This is kind of like, just one of those little cheesy movies, but it is perfect for the family. This one has like turned into top 5 in our house, I would say, because The kids love this one. We've watched this maybe like 4 times so far this holiday season. I guarantee we're gonna watch it again probably Christmas Eve, because it gives you that feel good anyway. You know, I think the story is pretty well written. I feel like this movie, the story is just right for a family. Definitely a good watch. Always will have everybody feeling good. It'll bring you into that holiday season, give you enough laughs. I would definitely recommend that you check it out if you have Amazon Prime. This is where you can find this one, Amazon Prime.
New saddle with black, man.
Up next, The Christmas Chronicles. The Christmas Chronicles is a Netflix 2018 Christmas comedy starring Kurt Russell, Judah Lewis, and Darby Camp. Now this is another nice one for the family. I feel like it's got that nice story, well written, kind of where it plays on the belief that some children may lose after a tragedy has happened in the family, and what they need to feel that excitement for Christmas again now that they may have a loved one missing or so. But the adventure that they end up getting on, something that kind of almost plays on the way that Ernest Saves Christmas goes. So if you're into anything like that, I feel like you would definitely love this movie. Kurt Russell kills it as Santa Claus. I think his performance really brings the excitement to it. A lot of the humor, you know, Kurt Russell doesn't do, you know, bad in much of anything he's in, man. He's always been somebody that I've loved as an actor in all his movies. But I feel like he definitely performs in this, and I feel like the children, the 2 kids, they do their thing as well. I would definitely recommend this. Another one, like I said, that even the kids can watch, a family-friendly movie. So if you want to give it a watch, you can find this one on Netflix.
Hey, just like wave your hand and Jedi mind trick the cops.
I'm Santa Claus, Teddy, not Yoda.
And the last flick I got to tell you about is the OG I cannot leave off the list, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. A 1989 Christmas comedy, also the 3rd installment in the National Lampoon Vacation series, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid. The Griswolds' family plans for a big family Christmas predictably turns into a big disaster, as nothing ever runs smoothly for Clark and his family. This is probably one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made. And you know that because it's a 1989 Christmas flick that we're talking about that still holds up today with its humor and its comedy. I mean, definitely full of laughs, man. I mean, this one's legendary, basically. It's like, what is Christmas without watching this one? If you were born in that time, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of those, if you know, you know. And if the person that doesn't know, then you need to let them know. Definitely play this one around the holiday season if you want to get your laughs on. Chevy Chase kills it. Randy Quaid is ridiculous in the movie. You know, for his parts, everything that he does in here is just silly. You know, there's a lot of memorable lines and quotes from this movie that everybody knows. So, I mean, definitely check it out. You can find this one on Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney Plus.
Thing had 9 lives, she just spent them all. You, woo, crank up.
Now that I've told you a couple films that you definitely need to check out for the holiday season, I want you to come back in these comments. First, you gotta like, subscribe, share this video. Come on back, like I said, and tell me what you have seen already, the ones that you know. I know that there's a few that I left off the list that you probably would say, how'd you forget about this? Trust me, I haven't forgot about them. I've seen them all, I watch them all. This is just a few of the ones that I've been watching lately. I definitely want to recommend. So, if there's anything that you think I left off or should talk about next time, definitely put it in them comments. Like, subscribe, share, and until the next time, peace.